Hey y'all, it's India, Miss Butterfly 112, and today we are going to make some homemade granola. I'm on the hunt to find my go-to homemade granola recipe. To our bowl, we're going to add 3 cups of oats. Now I'm using gluten-free sprouted rolled oats. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, to our 3 cups of rolled oats, we're going to add some shredded coconut. This is unsweetened, so 1 cup of shredded coconut. We're going to add some chopped pecans. One cup of chopped pecans. We're going to add some sliced almonds. One cup of sliced almonds. I am going to break up a little bit of these really big chunks of pecans by hand. You don't need to, but I don't want a huge piece in my granola. And we're going to add some hemp hearts, 3 tablespoons. Three tablespoons of chia seeds. 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. Now we're going to add some ground cinnamon. We're going to do 2 tablespoons. I am using 2 heaping tablespoons. I'm going to add some Himalayan pink salt. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon. Okay, so I literally made up this recipe. We'll see how it turns out. But we have 3 cups of rolled oats. I'm using gluten-free sprouted rolled oats. We have 1 cup of shredded coconut. This is unsweetened. 1 cup of sliced almonds. 1 cup of chopped pecans. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. A half a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. I did 2 heaping tablespoons of cinnamon. Use however much you want. And that is our dry ingredients. Now to this, I'm going to use some coconut oil. I'm using some unrefined organic coconut oil, so this will have a coconut taste. You can use unrefined. And we're going to add a half a cup. So I'm going to melt a half a cup. I'm going to melt it into this glass measuring cup here. Okay, the oven is preheated at 300 degrees. All right, so in the microwave this goes. And whatever coconut oil that's on my finger, I'm gonna rub it on my lips. Good moisturizer. While the coconut oil is melting, I'm going to save my chopped pecans and my sliced almonds in the freezer. It's a good way to keep it fresh. Okay, we're gonna give this a quick mix before we add our wet ingredients. All right, to sweeten this, I'm gonna use some organic maple syrup. We're gonna do equal part maple syrup to coconut oil. Using the same measuring cup, I'm going to add a half a cup of this maple syrup. Ooh, don't waste it, y'all. It's gonna come right out since it had that coconut oil in there. I'm gonna add a little more since I wasted a little bit. Let me wipe this up first. Okay, so now we're going to add our maple syrup and coconut oil straight into our dry ingredients. Give it a good mix. You want to make sure everything is coated. Scraping the sides ever so often and the bottom. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna give this another mix or two. And then we're going to add this to a half sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Okay. So we have our half sheet pan lined with parchment paper. We have our oven preheated at 300 degrees. Now we're going to add our mixture right onto the sheet pan. Make sure you get all that goodness out of the bowl. I'm gonna spread it out. As evenly as possible. And also pressing it down. Look at this, y'all. All right, into the oven, 300 degrees. We're going to cook it for probably about 45 minutes. Starting it every 15. So into the oven, we're gonna do it for 15 minutes. Then give it a stir. Put it back in, and then do it 2 more times. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. We're going to give it a good little stir. Oh, y'all, smells amazing. And then we're going to spread it back out. Rotate the pan. And put this back into the oven for another 15 minutes. At this point, it's been in there for 30 minutes. We're going to give it another stir, same as before. And then we're going to add it back for another 15 minutes. and see if it's ready. We're also going to rotate the pan again. I'm going to rotate the pan every time I take it out. Rotate pan. This is what it looks like after 30 minutes. Now back into the oven for another 15. Okay, y'all. It has officially been 45 minutes. So let this completely cool. We stirred it one final time. Then we spread it out, pressed it down, and now we're going to let it completely cool. And we're going to see if it chunks up or not. It's okay if it doesn't. I was cutting some strawberries. Okay. Preparing some fresh fruit. And these were frozen, so I washed them separately. And I'm just going to turn these into a drink. I'm going to show you how I do that. Look how cute. It's still connected. I just love having fresh fruit. But y'all do go through y'all fruits. Don't eat nothing moldy. Okay, y'all. I got this lemonade drink mix. You can get this from Aldi's. We're gonna use this. I'm gonna make 4 cups, so that's a quart. And all we're gonna do is fill it to the line that it says that makes 4 cups or a quart. But the fresh fruits are washed. So here are the strawberries that were frozen and that I washed. I know they're not gonna last, so we're just gonna turn it into a drink. Got my measuring cup here, and all we're gonna do is add these strawberries straight to the measuring cup. Okay, and see, the amount doesn't really matter, y'all. That's about, it's not quite a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. And I'm just going to mash them. Now I could use a blender. I don't feel like washing that. This is gonna work just fine. If you don't mind having a little bit of chunks. My glass jar, a pitcher here that I'm going to use. This is okay. I do have some country time, but this is light in flavor, so I don't mind it. Is it the best? No. And we're going to fill it to the line that it says. There's like little measurements inside. Okay. We're going to add in our strawberry puree here, or our mashed strawberries. If you watched my last video, you would have saw, get this on the right side here. Watched my last video, it was a random multi-store haul. I had showed you that I bought this cocktail stirrer from Walmart. Y'all, well, today's the day we're going to use it. All right, I'm gonna wash this up. Cocktail stirrer is all washed up. We have our lemonade drink mix all measured out. And we're going to pour that in with the pureed strawberries. Or smashed strawberries. I'm just gonna give that an initial stir. Now we're going to add in our 4 cups of water. I just got 2 bottles of water that I'm going to add into that. Give that a good stir. Look how beautiful. Plastic spoon just to try some of this. Maybe a little bit of strawberry in there. Light strawberry lemonade. So good. All right, we're gonna cover this up. So there's no need to add any sugar because everything is already into the drink mix. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let this infuse. But y'all, quick little strawberry lemonade using those frozen strawberries instead of throwing them away or whatever because they were not going to last. We're gonna have this for lunch. And I guess whatever's left over will be for dinner. If there's any left over after lunch. Okay, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Okay, got my gloves on, y'all. And we're going to see, are we going to get some clusters or not? There's a few. Look at that. Okay, so we do have some chunks in here. I think next time, no, you know what? I'm perfectly fine with a little bit of chunks that I have. I'm gonna taste this. Y'all, this is good. I am perfectly fine with how this came out. All right, y'all. This is what our yogurt bowls look like. Drizzle a little bit of maple syrup on top. Not too much. So good. I'm gonna put a top on this. My husband is taking this and eating this at work for lunch. Here's a close-up. I put a granola in a Ziploc bag, gallon Ziploc bag with the parchment paper that we cooked the granola in. I saw someone put their granola in the freezer, and I think that's how I'm going to keep the granola. So whenever we need it, just stick in the freezer, take out the bag, get what we need, put it back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.